thought maybe working with Jessica would change your mind about taking over the firm.
It didn't.
Why not?
Because if she had it to do all over again, she would.
Harvey, if this whole thing is really Jessica's fault, maybe it's time we considered forgiving Mike.
Must be Max Loudon.
How do you know I'm not Nick?
Because Mike said if one of you ever came to see me, it'd be you. So, why don't you tell me what the problem is, and I'll get you out of it.
No, I hope it's that easy. Nick and I started another business venture, raised $100 million to get the thing off the ground. I can only account for 50 of it.
Well, when 50 million is missing, the math adds up to embezzlement.
I know that. But I'm telling you, Nick wouldn't do that, not to me and not to the business.
And if he didn't take it, he got taken.
Look, I don't know what happened. But what I do know is that if we can't account for the money, and anyone finds out, we're not just out of business, we're in prison.
Trust me, Max, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Thank you.
Max, don't tell Nick you came to me with this.
Well, I wasn't going to, but do you mind if I ask why not?
I don't want him to know I'm coming.
I know you already know this, but he's either guilty and trying to pin it on his partner, or it's the other way around.
No way that kid's guilty.
I don't know that, and neither do you.
I know you're managing partner, but you handle your clients, I'll handle mine.
Okay, give it to me.
He's got two young bucks. One of them's up to something shady. I don't know which one, but he has a soft spot for the one named Max. If that guy's wrong, he's not gonna see it.
No matter what, we can't afford to lose the client because we just merged.
Exactly. I knew I'd keep you around for a reason.
That you do. Now, what's the something shady?
$50 million is missing.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
So, you're on it.
Oh, I'm more than on it, Robert. I know exactly what to do.
It's not often you get a top-rate investment bank knocking on the doors of a fledgling business.
But if we do that, we won't get the full price of our upside.
What if I told you they were willing to send over $500,000 in cash as a good faith advance against any transaction costs?
I'm sorry. Who are you?
I'm Samantha Wheeler. I work with Harvey. Like I said, $500,000. All you have to do is send your books over to start the process, and we'll get down to making you and your partner rich.
Well, that's very generous. But as I was just saying to Harvey, we're already rich, and I don't feel comfortable giving away our upside.
Nick, don't let this briefcase get in the way of a great opportunity.
Look, I appreciate you both coming over, but we're in the middle of our build-out, so please, for right now, I prefer to keep things like they are.
Let me tell you something. Derailing my meeting when it was going exactly as planned isn't the way to get off on a better foot.
I don't know what meeting you were in, but that man was not going to show you his books.
And offering him a bribe is going to get him to?
It wasn't a bribe. It's untraceable cash, which, if he were embezzling, he would have gone for.
We're missing 50 million. 500,000 isn't going to get him out of his jam.
Well, maybe if your ex-assistant hadn't hamstrung me with my expense account, it would have been more.
Samantha, you bring Donna into this, we're never getting on the right foot.
Look, that wasn't what I meant.
That's enough! I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and I don't need your help. So why don't you have some respect for the chain of command and stay away from my clients? Look, I'm not that big on apologies, so you're not gonna get one. But I thought about it, and if you're still interested in working this thing together, I'm good with that.
Good, because I found out some things you might want to know.
You kept working on it, even after I told you to stay out of it?
I'm not big on apologies either. This is the best you're gonna get.